Okay, number 5 through 8, it says solve for x. We are solving because now we have equal signs. Okay, now this one you're not solving for x. It tells you to solve for w, so that's my bad. Okay, so here we're going to solve. We need to simplify both sides of the equal sign before I start trying to solve anything. So I'm going to distribute 2 times 5x is 10x. 2 times 4 is 8. So that's done. And then a negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Negative 3 times negative 1. Well, 2 negatives makes a positive, so I get plus 3. And I'm going to keep simplifying this. So I have a like term here. 10x minus 6x is 4x. And I have 8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, so plus 11. So now my left side is fully simplified. Now let's fully simplify our right side. So I have the 5. That's not going to change. And I have to distribute this negative 2 because that's what's touching my parentheses. So negative 2 times 2x is going to be negative 4x. And negative 2 times 3 is going to be minus 6. So my 5 and 6 are like terms, and this is not. So I'm going to bring down my negative 4x. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. So this is what I have now. Now that I have both sides simplified, I like to move my smallest x value first. So my negative 4x is smaller. How do I get rid of a negative? Well, a positive would cancel a negative, so plus 4x, and I'm going to line it up with my like term on the opposite side. So the opposite of a negative is a positive. Since I'm moving it to the opposite side, I have to do the opposite. So that cancels. And I have 8x plus 11 equals negative 1. And now I have to get my numbers without x to the opposite side. So I need to move the 11 by doing minus 11, minus 11. I'll bring this up here, and I have 8x on the left equals negative 12. Not negative 2, sorry, negative 12. And now I need to divide both sides by 8 because I'm trying to get x by itself. And this is 8 times x. Opposite, to move it to the opposite side, would be divide. And now I have x equals this. Now I can simplify that. So I'm going to come to my calculator because my calculator will simplify it for me. And I get negative 3 over 2. Okay, now let's look at number 6. Very, very, very similar. I have a little less room because I used it. So 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. And that's as simple as that gets, so I don't need to keep going. Here I have 11. I need to distribute my negative. So minus 3x, negative and positive make a negative, so minus 5. And I still have like terms. So I'm going to bring this guy down. And I'm going to bring down my negative 3x because that was not a like term. And 11 minus 5 is 6. So again, I like to move my smallest x value first, which is my negative. So I'm going to add 3x. Add 3x, that's zeroed out, and now I have 9x minus 12 equals 6. So now I have to add 12 to both sides to get my numbers without x on the opposite side, and I have 9x equals 18. Divide both sides by 9 because I'm trying to get x by itself, and this is multiplication. Opposite of multiplication is division. That cancels, and I get x equals 2. Now again, you can check this work in your calculator. You can actually plug it in on both sides. So I'm going to do number 6. So I have 3's, parentheses, 2, and instead of x, I'm going to put parentheses, and I'm going to type in what I solved. Minus 4, close parentheses. So that's what the left side equals. Now I need to check the right side. 11 minus parentheses 3, and instead of x, type 2, plus 5. And it also equals 0, 0 equals 0, so this is correct. I could also do that on number 5. I can also do it on number 7, not so much on number 8. Okay, so on number 7, I have fractions, but we're not going to freak out. You could cancel them, but they have common denominators, so let's just keep going and see what happens. So I know that I want to move, this side is as simple as it gets, this side is as simple as it gets. So I'm going to move my negative, my smaller x, so plus 4 over 7x, plus 4 over 7x. Now they already have like terms, so you could do this in your calculator. Alpha y equals enter 3 over 7 plus alpha y equals enter 4 over 7. You can't type the x, okay, only the numbers, the coefficients. And it gives me 1. And the reason being is if you follow the rules, when your denominators match, you just add the top. So 3 plus 4 is 7, so you get 7 over 7x plus 2 equals negative 5. Well, 7 divided by 7 is just 1, so this just leaves you with x. Now I'm going to do minus 2, and I get negative 7. So I get x equals negative 7. Okay, last one. Okay, this says solve for w. Okay, that means I need to get w by itself. Well, this is L times w times h. Well, how do I get rid of multiplication? I divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by what I don't want. And that cancels the L and the H, and I get W equals V over LH. There's your answer.